Welcome to our group presentation. Our group topic is nuclear chemistry in agriculture. This is our group member which is MRUTHIKA, Shahidah, ATHIRAH and NAZIFA from Diploma in Science. Let's begin our presentation. What is nuclear chemistry? Nuclear chemistry is a study of the changes in the nucleus of atom. The reaction involves changes within the nucleus, whereas chemical reaction involve the loss, gain or sharing of electron. So what is agriculture? Agriculture is the science of farming. It, it is described the practice of growing crops or raising animals to make food for us to eat.
Next is the concept. Biological processes in plants and animals are studied and altered through the use of ionizing radiation and radioactive isotopes in nuclear chemistry in agriculture. Atoms with unstable nuclei that release radiation when they decay are known as radioactive isotopes. Ionizing radiation is defined as radiation with sufficient energy to cause atoms and molecules to become charged particles by removing electrons from them. So the diagram shows an example of radioisotopes being applied to the plant with the emission of beta and gamma radiation. The radiation of radioisotopes coming out from the plant was converted to light and deposited on fiber optic plate. The light will be captured by the CCD camera that produces the radiation profile image. The agriculture industry had advanced greatly with the application of radioisotope impact. Numerous issues with agricultural output can be solved, and industry efficiency increased by using radioisotopes in a variety of methods.
So I will tell you about advantages of nuclear chemistry in agriculture. First is mutation breeding. Mutation breeding is a nucleus technique like reduction can induce mutation in plants and leading to new traits such as disease resistant, higher yields, or improved nutrition contents. This method has been used to develop new crops varieties. So next is pest control. Pest control is reduction can be used to control pests like insects and pathogens in agriculture's product. For example, irrigation can prevent spoilage and extend the shelf-life of fruits and vegetables. Okay, next is soil and water management. Nuclear technique can help assess soil fertility, monitor soil erosion, and manage water resources efficiently. Isotopes technique can track the movement of nutrients and pollutants in soil and water system. Next is water and food safety. Nuclear techniques are used to detect contaminants such as pesticides and heavily metals in food products. These techniques are heavily sensitive and can ensure food safety standards are met.
I will explain some disadvantages of nuclear chemistry in agriculture. The first will be radioactive contamination. As we know, nuclear chemistry in agriculture involves the use of radioactive isotopes for various purposes like irradiation and radio tracer studies. However, mishandling or accidentally leakage can lead to the contamination of soil, water, and crops with radioactive elements. This contamination poses serious health risks to both humans and animals consuming the contaminated produce. Next is waste management issues. Nuclear chemistry in agriculture generates radioactive waste, including spent sources, contaminated equipment, and byproduct from irrigation processes. Proper disposal and management of this radioactive waste presents significant challenge as it requires specialized facilities and stringent protocols to prevent environmental contamination and public health hazards. Long-term environmental impact. Radioactive isotopes used in agriculture can persist in the environment for extended periods, leading to long-term contamination. This contamination can affect not only the agricultural lands but also nearby ecosystems, resulting in adverse effect on biodiversity and ecosystem health. Next, cost and infrastructure requirements is one of the disadvantages too. Implementing nuclear techniques in agriculture requires significant investment in specialized infrastructure, equipment, and trained personnel for handling the radioactive materials with safely. These costs may be prohibitive for many agriculture systems, especially in developing countries with limited resources.
Next, we will look into the application of nuclear chemistry in agriculture. So, nuclear chemistry is often used in agriculture for mutation breeding, soil fertility, pest control, and nutrient management. In mutation breeding, there are two radiations used. First one would be gamma radiation. It can be emitted from radioisotopes such as cobalt 60 or cesium-137. The DNA molecules within plant cells can undergo changes or mutation, which can lead to the alteration in plant traits. The next one would be neutron radiation, which can induce mutation by directly impacting atomic nuclei within plant cells. However, neutron radiation sources are less common and may require specialized facilities, making them less used in agriculture field. Next is soil fertility. Nuclear techniques such as isotopic labeling, which introduces a small amount of specific isotope to the soil and plant system. Isotopes that are used are nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and carbon. The next would be tracer studies, which is applying isotopically labeled nutrients to the soil or plants and monitor their movements and uptakes within the ecosystem. This helps to understand the nutrient cycling of the soil fertility and the soil plant system. Next is pest control. Here you can see in the diagram we have shown the SIT technique, which is used to sterilize the male plants, which are then sent into the environment to be mated with the female insect, then produces the infertile eggs and reduces the pest population in agriculture. Last one would be nutrient management. Here, radioactive isotopes such as carbon 14, phosphorus 32, and potassium 14 are used as tracers to study the nutrient uptake, translocation, and metabolism of the crops. That's all from us, Group B1. Thank you.